Hi, I'm Steven and I suffer from chronic pain, and I've decided to try the Egoscue method to help stop it. This week I was really excited that my mother actually came out to visit from Florida. She's never been to California before, never been to the West Coast, so we were really stoked to be able to take her out and show her around Hollywood and show her where we live, to kind of give her a sense of assurance that we're doing okay out here.
Steven was an amazing child. He grew up in the Florida Keys. He loved the water and all the creatures in it. He played some sports. He played soccer and baseball, and it became very apparent early on that that was not where his true gifting lived, but that it was very clear that his vivid imagination and creativity were the most important things in his life, and those were what he really strived to do well, and he was excellent at it.
Steven and his mom have a really good relationship. She's very supportive of him, and I think that it's a great opportunity for her not only to come out here and visit us, but for her to be a part of this and see his progress and see the improvements that he's made.
Steven showed me the pictures from the beginning at week 1 and then the ones that they took on week 4. And I was amazed at the difference in the results, where his body fit along the line of where it should be. I couldn't believe how much dramatic change had taken place in that short of time. And he shared with me that for the first time since he'd been on this treatment, he really could tell a difference and could tell that he was actually really feeling better. And I think that's fabulous. I'm so happy for him.
It was fun walking around the Santa Monica Peel Ski.
Of course, my mom's a little bummed that we moved completely across the country from Florida to California. But I think she realized after this trip that we're only a plane ride away. It's only about 5.5 hours to fly from Miami to here, so next time she gets lonely, she can just jump on a flight and come and see us. So doing my weekly exercise this week, something crazy happened. I actually pulled off the full 2-minute air bench, right? And I have Melanie actually was in the room right here, so she can vouch that it actually happened.
You did it!
See, so definitely making progress. Things are definitely moving forward. It's awesome. Exciting. I'm going to go eat a cake. Just kidding.
The inherent problem with surgeries is not that the surgeon does a bad job. It's not that the patient was being lied to about what the surgeon was going to do. It isn't that. It's that it doesn't solve the problem, the inherent problem. We don't ask the only important question when it comes to chronic pain. And that question isn't a what question, it's a why question. Answer the why, it'll answer the what. And then you deal with the why and the what disappears. That's how it works.
Hey, buddy.
What's up, stud?
How's it going?
How are you?
What's this big thing you're perched on?
Well,
Seen this around a little bit. It's always kind of curious.
I'd get down, but I'm going to get you on it here pretty soon. So
Oh, really?
we're going to do some work on it today. Yeah, I think it's a good way to introduce you to, as your body's progressing through this. You're at visit number 6, number 7, then we're really going to get involved with this kind of stuff as we moved into this later stage. So I have some ideas on weight training and some ideas as it relates to patch that you can do at your house.
Oh, wow.
I also have a stairway out back that I'd like to take you to do some work out there.
Cool.
Okay?
Sounds good.
Well, why don't we get started?
Let's do it.
I'm going to introduce Steven today to the Egoscue patch, which is the obstacle course that we use. I know in other visits we've had it in the background where he's always been curious about, hey, what is that? But today he's going to experience 3 or 4 exercises on it. Break down like this, all the weights on this leg. As I step through, you come through and come up on the other side.
Gotcha.
So let's just see how you do against it. You're not in a rush to get through this, right? This is just
Right.
all the weights on your left leg. Now right there, kind of really break your hips down. And come up, and all the weight's on your right leg now. And then I want you to come through on your left leg.
Okay. It's this giant contraption that looks a little like the Thunderdome.
And what you're going to do is keep your hips up like that, and you're going to bear crawl to the other side, including down to the very end at the very downhill, and then you're going to turn around and come back to me. Just walk back to me and we'll start over again. Take your time. Don't let your feet come too close to your hands. Stay spread apart a little bit. Here's the moment of truth right here where your body's going to drop down.
These bear crawls are interesting. You know, it's climbing up, climbing across, climbing down. The climbing down is definitely a little scary. You feel like you're gonna fall over a lot of the time, which I guess you're not supposed to if you're doing it right. So hopefully after a few more times I can get it a little more tight, you know, a little more confident on it, but it's definitely a challenge.
The stair crabs are going to be another exercise where it's one hip and then the other hip. He will have a tendency to want to use one hip going up the stair, always using the right leg forward, always using the right leg forward, but I'm going to force him to go left and then right.
This looks like the audition for Cirque du Soleil.
Let's do it, baby. No rush. Now right there, yep. Now look at me without bringing your hands off the stair. So now right there you can look at your hands, bring your right leg up, but if you look up just a little bit, it'll keep your hips down. Hands up, left leg up.
Oops.
Okay, go to the third stair.
I felt half the time like I was going to fall down the stairs, and they were metal and concrete and hard, and that was a little terrifying, but it got a little bit easier. I got a little bit more confident. But Brian said sometimes they make people climb all the way up to the top of the building, and that would be pretty nerve-wracking. Oh, no, wait, how do you go down?
Just walk down and do it again.
Oh, I thought I'd do stair crabs down the stairs.
We haven't moved into that, but we will be doing
That's-
some bear crawls down the stairs as
That's
we go
terrifying.
along.
The stair exercises and the patch exercises were to set him up for the 2 upper body exercises I'm going to give him with dumbbells in his hands. It's critical that weight training is done from the pelvis up. And we're going to run him through 2 exercises that are going to be very effective for him.
I never really expected to go into weight training with Egoscue. You know, I figured it was a lot more about stretching and doing this, so when the weights came out, I was kind of surprised. But it was good. It was a good feeling, and it wasn't a strenuous, you know, crazy CrossFit kind of feel. It was still using the Egoscue methods, but now adding in elements that can help, you know, build those other different muscles.
It's about finding a limit and strengthening you in that limit so that the next time the limit's further down the line.
Sure.
That's the goal, and eventually there is no limit for you. Remember, the whole goal of Egoscue is no limitations. So speaking of that, I've contacted Pete Egoscue, and he actually wants some time with you in Florida, if you don't mind, when you're on that shoot.
Sure. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, he's really
great.
excited about this.
Cool. Thanks so much.
No problem, no problem. So he wants to know where your progress is and any
Sure.
questions you might have for him. So anything that you can maybe put together this week, come up with some questions, you know, for him, how he started or anything like that, that'd be good.
Awesome. Thanks, man.
Okay, buddy.
Appreciate it.
No problem.